Hey there, welcome to the Morning Shred brought to you by snowboards.com. I'm Jenna, I've got Levi from Burton here, and we're going to talk about the Burton Cartel and Cartel EST. So Levi, this has been always a popular binding for you guys, and your more high-end performance kind of line. What do we got here?
Right here is just kind of one of the staples in our line, the Cartel. Great for that intermediate to advanced rider that is looking for a binding that's going to be have all the performance features they're looking for, but also still be a very comfortable binding.
Sure.
A few awesome things that this binding has are going to be the AutoCANT cushioning system that you find both on the EST and Reflex versions, where it's got a softer EVA on the inside and a little bit harder on the outside. So on hard landings, it'll naturally cant your foot a little bit inwards. And the nice thing about the AutoCANT system is it adjusts to the stance width of any rider. It doesn't set you at a set degree like other systems out there.
Rather than thickening the foam, actually changing the density of the foam, right?
Yep. This colorway I'm holding right here is the blood orange colorway, where it's actually got a soft touch finish to it, which is pretty cool. I know sometimes it's tough when you're buying online, but I'm telling you guys, it's pretty awesome. So
there you go.
Also, other cool things that this binding has are going to be the B3 gel cushioning system that we've got in the heel of both the EST and the Reflex. And nice thing about the B3 gel is it's a gel that doesn't get stiff in cold temperatures like other materials out there. Also, something unique to the Cartel is this ankle strap we've got here. This is a nice big ankle strap that we kind of took from the idea of some of our higher end bindings, and it's got these big comfort zones on the outside, so you're not getting any pressure points on the outside of your foot, but yet you're still getting a nice quick response out of it.
So it's soft flexing, but still as responsive as you need it to be.
Yep, and with the EST one, can I show the viewers out there, something new that we did on this binding this year that I'm a huge fan of is added the Hinge chassis to this binding. And the Hinge is this system that we put on the EST versions where it allows for a little bit of side-to-side movement of the heel hoop, so you can basically load up your nose or your tail kind of like you would a skateboard ollie. You're able to pivot a little bit side to side, not a ton, but just enough so you're not getting these rigid pressure points on the side of your boot, but then you're not losing any in terms of heel-toe response. So really great binding for the price. This thing is counted on by more pros out there, even pros we don't pay to ride our stuff. This is definitely the binding of choice out there for the guys looking for a binding that's going to be great in performance as well as great in comfort.
And just like every year, you guys started that Hinge off in a little bit higher end binding. You trickle it down each year.
Yep.
And do something like the Cartel.
Yeah,
so.
And I'm super excited that it's made its way all the way down to the Cartel now, because that's an amazing feature that is now at an even lower price point than it's ever been before.
Great. So. And how about the highback on that guy real quick?
Yep, the highback is going to be this super milled out, lightweight. It's very thin, but yet super responsive. So the guys just worked really hard on the design of this thing to get rid of as much material as they could while still keeping the integrity of that binding, so you're not losing anything in terms of heel-toe response. So
great. Well, make sure to check out the Burton Cartel and Cartel EST on snowboards.com. And thanks for watching The Morning Shred.